I'm Jack Bronis, and you're watching Improv Nerd.
Improv.
Would you say you have a lot of characters that are premeditated, and if you feel like you can insert them into a scene where you have a suggestion, you go ahead and reach into sort of like your Rolodex of characters and use that one, or do you just sort of like let the character?
I used to do that. Right now, I just whatever comes up, and that way I've been recently discovering a bunch of new characters that I love doing and voices and things. So I usually try not to premeditate. When I do Jimmy and Johnny, the one thing I'm always trying to do is to get Johnny to speak with an Irish accent, because he's very resistant to that. So so Jimmy does it, Johnny won't.
What do you say to improvisers who go, oh, but if I use stocked characters, that's cheating?
It's not cheating, because you still don't know where the scene's going. You have no idea where the scene's going. You have no idea which choices you're going to make. You have no idea where, you know. So I don't think it's cheating at all. I think I think you have to come into a scene sort of in the middle of life, you know. And too many improv scenes start at zero, as if we're on Star Trek and just sort of being.
The whole like, hi, how are you? That whole introduction
exactly.
thing?
We don't need that. You know, it's start in the middle of life.
And how do you get people to start in the middle?
Tell a secret, say something important, say something that's going to change your life or your partner's life. Those are great places to start. Today's the day, right? Every time you're on stage, today should be the day.
And what do you mean by that?
There should be importance to what's happening right now. Even if it's the most insignificant thing, make it important.
Now you're chewing it, right? You're chewing it in pieces. You didn't shove it in your mouth and choke and die and tear yourself, did you?
No, I would never do that with a pickle.
Right. That is what your father could have done, but he chose not to. Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think?
I'm very curious.
I think your father was a sick man and wanted to kill himself. And he did not have enough courage to do it. So he killed himself with a tomato, and he left you with the guilt, that shame that he had for killing himself.
I think you're right.
I know I am right. There is a story in my country about that.
In El Salvador.
In El Salvador. But it was with the donkey.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Wait, it's the same story you told. There was a kid, his name was Jeffrey.
That does not strike me as an
I
El Salvadoran.
am translating it to American.
We don't have to. Why? We are
American.
We are speaking Spanish with each other right now.
Right,
So.
but we are Americans.
Yes.
We both are citizens.
Yes.
In this country.
Yes.
All right. So Jeffrey,
Yes.
all right, had a donkey, a jackass, as they say in Spanish. And he brings the jackass, right?
Yes.
To the fair.
Yes.
Right? And he gets a melon. Oh, the most ripe melon. It is a beautiful melon. It is the prettiest melon. All right? And he goes and he feeds the melon, right, to the jackass. And you know what the jackass does? He eats the whole melon. He does not eat it. He chokes to death. That is Jeffrey in the jackass story. And the boy went home. He was crying and crying and crying, you know, Spanish crying, Spanish tears. And he went to his mother and he said, Mom, I killed the jackass. And the mother said, you did not kill the jackass. The jackass killed himself. That is why it's called a jackass. Think about it.
I don't know what to say about this.